Tonight we're going to be doing some dips. It's still football season. A lot of times everybody thinks, just cold dips. Well, we got a few tonight, and a couple of them are good hot dips. We got a couple of dessert dips as well to go with fruits and stuff. So we got a buffalo chicken dip and a cheese, spinach, and bacon dip. That's going to be our two hot dips for tonight. And today is also National Guacamole Day, so we're doing a festive guacamole dip. And then we're going to be doing a chocolate and caramel fruit dip. I can eat the whole thing by myself on this one. And then a red velvet cheesecake dip. Okay, so first one we're going to work with is going to be our bacon, or actually our buffalo chicken dip. So what we're going to do, get a mixing bowl here first. Now where it calls for the cream cheese, in making the dips I found it's easier to use the whipped cheese. Gives you a smoother consistency. And I mean, if you're using a food processor or something, that ain't gonna make a difference, but if you're doing it by hand, it'll make a big difference. Okay. Take that, throw that in there. Now for our blue cheese dressing, you'll actually see two different kinds regardless of who makes it. Look for a creamier style because you don't want the chunky style, which you'll see why here in a minute because we're getting ready to throw in some fresh blue cheese crumbles. So just add a half a cup of that in there. And for those that don't know me, I'm bad about not using measuring cups. I'll put it down on paper for you, but I guess where I've done this so long, I can tell by eyeing it most of the time. Okay, now with the buffalo sauce. Now, a lot of times they'll just say wing sauce. This is going to have a little heat to it, but you can get the mild versions, or if you like the really hot, you can get the extremely hot versions too. So we'll go ahead and put that in there. Okay. Now one of the things you want to do, first get a whisk. You want to mix those in pretty good. And you can see where having that whipped cream cheese really helps out in making this dish. Now, of course, this is also going to be heated up, so you don't have to worry about it being perfectly smooth or anything like that, because once it cooks down, it's going to all meld in together nice and evenly. Okay. You're going to need a baking dish. Go ahead and throw that in there. Okay. Just grab some blue cheese crumbs. I use the Alouette. I think it just has a better flavor. They have different varieties down there, of course. But that's also just about the right amount for you, automatically pre-measured for you. Now, I'm going to take half of your shredded mozzarella and half of your cheddar cheese. Just stir it up just a little bit, just kind of give it. Okay. Now for the chicken, You want to go ahead and pre-cook your chicken. I use the rotisserie chicken here because it's easier access for us. But boiled chicken, I wouldn't recommend fried chicken because it will be a little bit tougher. If you did do that, kind of heat it up separate and then just add it in at the last minute, and then it should be fine that way. Use what? Yes, you can use canned chicken too. Go ahead and spread that in there. You do want to remove the skin, which I thought I'd removed it all, but I hadn't. Okay. All right. Now you want to take the remainder of your cheese and just pour that over. Now as all this melts when you're cooking it, it'll all blend in together. And it's one of the reasons why you're not really marinating the chicken in with the sauce. That will give it a hotter flavor if you do like the hotness like that, the spiciness. Okay. Okay. Now, with the celery, some people will actually use that as a garnish. Some people will mix that in with it. If you cook it, you don't really get the flavor of it. So I usually go ahead and chop it up real fine and use it for a garnish for when it comes out. So that way you have that fresh flavor to it. So we'll go ahead and cut it up again and get ready. But you do want to cut it up really small. Now you can use a food processor for this if you wish. Okay. So you're going to go ahead and throw this in the oven at 350 degrees. It's going to cook about 20-25 minutes. And then when it comes out, it's going to be evenly blended. And then you're going to take the celery . You don't want to lump it up, of course, just spread it out evenly there. Okay. And voila.